Welcome to your Yin and Flow Yoga class. This is a really nice ocean flow class. Our theme is to cleanse the body and feel recharged. You need your yoga mat, a blanket or a towel, a yoga bolster or a pillow, and you need 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, stacks of thick books are great. Just make sure they're the same height. We're going to place blocks on either side of the top of our mat and just off a little bit so they're not in the way. And come to sit on your pillows, whatever you have. Finding a comfortable seat. Let's move your butt cheeks from side to side so you can really sink your sit bones down. And then stack the head over the heart and heart over pubic bone. And we'll keep our eyes softly open in front of us, just a soft gaze. Start to begin to relax your jaw. Soften the shoulders down. And we'll bring our palms open on the thighs. And with your eyes softly opened or closed, I want you to imagine you're at your favorite beach setting. So picture the type of sand that you're sitting on. Is it fine? Does it just perfectly fit through your toes? Just imagine you're sitting tall in the sand. Is it warm? Is it slightly damp? And I want you to imagine the sea or the ocean in front of you. I want you to imagine the waves rolling in. Nice calm waves. So just they come in and then they pull out. So they pull the bottom of the ocean with them and then they slide back in. And you can look a little bit past your waves in front of you and just notice the setting. What do you have there? Mountains? Is it just the sea as far as you can see? And you're sitting on this beach and you're thinking about things that you've picked up that may have feel a little heavy. And we're just going to think about those waves as they come and roll over our toes and our body, just cleansing us. I release, I recharge. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold the breath at the top of the inhale, and then open the mouth to exhale fully. Do 2 more like that. Inhale through the nose gently. Hold the breath at the top of the inhale. Exhale through the mouth. And one more time. Inhale in. Hold the breath. Exhale to release. And then we'll take inhale normally. And as you exhale, we'll bow to our hearts. And start to sway your head a little side to side. And then roll right ear to right shoulder. Big breath in. Full breath out. Big breath in. Full breath out, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Soften shoulders away from the ears. Big breath in. Full breath out. Full breath in. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhale to lift your head. And we'll come off this height onto our sit bones. And we're going to do that next stretch again, but add on. So sitting tall, head over heart. Where you find your sit bones. So moving side to side till you find the sit bones down. Draw belly in. Now really imagine when you settle in your sit bones, you're digging into that sand. Inhale. Exhale. Chin drops to chest and roll right ear to right shoulder. But this time take the left hand and place it on the ground. So you're going to get this long stretch down your neck. And we're going to take a nice deep breath here. Hold the breath. Exhale, release. Again, like that. Inhale in. Hold the breath. Exhale, release. Inhale to bring your hand up. If you placed it down, exhale, chin to chest. And you can sway your head a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Let your shoulders drop, right fingertips down. If this is too much, we bring our hand back up, holding when you find a spot, and then inhale in. Full breath out through the mouth. Let's hold the breath at the top of the inhale. Next one, inhale in. Hold. Exhale, release. One more time, in. Hold. And exhale, release, crawling your hand back up, chin to chest. Lifting the head up. And from here, we're going to roll to our side of our body onto the ground. We're going to get rid of this blanket that was under us, off to the side. Come all the way down in your side of your body and roll onto your back. From here, stretch your toes down and then your fingertips behind you. So you're reaching up, 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 fingertips reach. And exhale, release. Now I want you to imagine with your arms gently above your head and your feet down that you're floating in the water. So begin to relax the shoulders, how you are in water. So relax the shoulders. Imagine you're floating in this beautiful ocean. The temperature of the water is perfect. You have sunshine on your face. And you're just effortlessly floating, cleansing the body. You take a breath in. You hold your inhale. And you release, exhale through the mouth. One more breath like that. Inhale in. Imagine you're just floating on that surface. Hold the breath. And exhale, release. Now we're going to take our feet at the bottom of our mat. We're going to slide our feet over to the left. And then, your left foot over first, then your right follows. Then take your upper body and slide your upper body over. But keep your hips glued where they are and kind of settle your shoulders in. You want this really nice banana shape. So think of maybe there's some banana trees behind you. Maybe you're in, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, somewhere where there's banana trees and you're in that nice banana shape. Now notice, are you in too deep of a side bend here? If you are, just back off until you find a place you can hold for a moment. Then you're gonna take your foot and take your right ankle and cross it over your left. Now, you'll know if this is too much. It can be a nice IT band stretch. It can also feel too much. So if that's you, just uncross the ankle. You don't need to go the deepest here. And imagine you're just sitting in a hammock here, just relaxing. You can hear your ocean. You've got the waves as your soundtrack. You've got your beach. You can hear the wind, soft, warm wind breeze and the palm trees, and you're just floating in this hammock. You begin to relax your jaw, the muscles in your face. You let your eyes sink back in the sockets. You soften your throat. And anytime you feel numbness or tingling, it might mean that you just need to release your arms. We don't want to feel any pain, numbness, or tingling. So change up the shape of your banana. So just think of, doesn't matter how this looks. You want it to feel good. Breathing normally. And then think of the right rib cage. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Nice sea breeze. Inhale in. And a full breath out. One more time. On that exhale, just begin to uncross your ankle if you crossed it over. Bring your feet back to center, and then your upper body follows. We'll bend one knee at a time. And then draw your right knee towards your chest and then your left as you bring your hands to your kneecap. So right hand to right kneecap, left hand to left kneecap. And we'll just circle the knees here. Only if that feels okay. And circle the other way. You might want to give your knees another hug. And then we'll extend legs down again. Fingertips behind us, reaching behind us. Take a deep inhale as you stretch fingertips and toes. Exhale, release. Then we'll take our right foot first and we'll slide it to the right. Then our left foot slides to the right. Keep your glutes glued down, your hips glued down, and then your shoulders stay down, but we're going to slide our upper body over to the right too. So you're now getting this nice crescent moon shape, a banana shape. Banana asana, this is what this pose is called, on to that right side. This is a great place to stay. You may want to change your arms up, bend the elbows, or get into your IT bend by gently lifting your left foot up and crossing your left ankle over the right. It might get into the IT band, it might feel good, maybe it doesn't. If it doesn't feel nice, uncross it. And then begin to imagine you're just in this hammock floating. Body is heavy. As you inhale, you repeat the mantra, I release. I am relaxed. I release. I recharge. Eyes are heavy in the sockets. Jaw starts to soften. And relax shoulders and elbows. This pose is excellent for your organ health. So what we do right now, we're actually compressing on the right side. So that way when we release, our body knows to bring fresh nutrients and blood to the organs on our right side. Right now, your organs on the left are being just like saturated in all this great fresh blood. So it really helps with digestion, with your kidneys, with your liver, pancreas, and it helps the low back. Releasing the jaw, the shoulders again. Deep breath in, full breath out. Full breath in, exhale out. Inhale. And exhale, let's slowly uncross your ankle. If you crossed it over, bring your legs back to center first. Upper body slides to center, bend one knee at a time. Slowly coming into this. Then one knee at a time at the chest. And then your hands to your kneecaps. And you can do circles one way, the other way. You can even get fancy and draw circles coming out one way and your knees coming towards each other and out. Nice and gentle, nice and slow. From here, we're going to bring our feet both down to the mat, keep knees bent, and then draw right knee alone to the chest. So what this does is it massages our large and small intestine, really helps with bloating, digestion, anything like that. We're going to take our hands interlaced on top of that shin bone or interlace them on the back of the thigh. So if this feels okay for your low back, you want to try making this a little more challenging. I want you to straighten left leg down your mat and extend out through that left heel as if you're digging into the sand in that heel, pushing out energetically. And we'll lengthen the back of the neck. So chin slightly tucked, We're just going to hang out here for a moment. Big breath in and out. Relax the shoulders. Let go of the head. And then if you straightened that left leg, you're going to bend it again. Plant left foot down. Now take your hands, interlaced fingers on that shin. I want you to release the shin or the thigh and let your foot kind of float up, and then interlace your fingers down the back of your hamstring. So your hamstring is actually a group of 12 muscles. So that's a lot of muscles that can get tight. So you're just gonna like give them some love by keeping your hand there. For those of you who want more, with your interlaced fingers, slide your interlaced fingers up to your calf. You even go higher if you want. Watch those toes with loving eyes. Great for restless legs, this pose. Right before bed. Point your toes to the sky. And then flex them towards your face. Nice and gentle again, not too intense. Point and flex. One more time, point and flex. And it's okay if your leg is way down here when you're doing this. And then we'll bring knee to chest and release that foot back down. We'll do it to the other side now. Left knee to chest. Right foot is now planted. Knee is still bent. And then interlace your fingers on the back of the thigh or on the shin. Chin slightly tucked. All right, great place to stay. You can feel that your low back is nice and supported, flat on the ground. Extend your leg down if you want more, but make sure it still feels good for your low back. If your leg is straight, I want you magically and imagine you're pushing out through that heel of the right foot. Chin is slightly towards chest. And that think about, you're not intensely pulling in, but this is just this beautiful massage for the large and small intestine. Can help get food moving. Great for cramps, for bloating. Letting your shoulders be heavy and relax. And then we'll bend right knee, plant the foot down, extend the leg straight up. Or maybe it's way down here, that's okay, but we're gonna support that hamstring. Remember, the group of muscles, you can probably feel it. It's like we just say hamstring, but really 12 muscles back there all together grouped as hamstring, chin to chest. Normal for them to be very tight. And then from here, you can just let your foot float. This is great for restless legs. If you want to change it up, just gently point the toes. And then flex towards your face. Point the toes. Gently towards your face, flex the toes. And with loving eyes, just look at those beautiful feet that carry you everywhere. And especially enjoyable on a beach setting when you can dig those feet into the sand and then point. And then slowly release the foot back down. We're going to roll to our side, right or left side. Keep those knees bent. Top hand plants down. Push into the top hand, coming up to sit. We're going to find that blanket first, or towel, your beach towel. Tuck it under your sit bone again, so mid-mat. Blocks up there. Perfect. Hands on your knees. And we'll draw little circles here. Imagine you have your KitchenAid mixer and you're on the first setting, so very slow. Just churning. And if it feels better to hang out at the back of your mat using your knees for support, just kind of sway left to right. So you're getting this like flow of ocean of just like floating and maybe doing circles, and then switch the direction of your circles. You can switch back and forth, start to soften your face and shoulder. And then we'll come back to center. Lean back to plant your hands down, stretching right leg straight out to the side, tucking in left foot. Come for a little side bend here. Gently, really passive here. We're not coming to our furthest, most extended, just gentle. Inhale, float your arm up, point your toes again, and we'll come up and back. So a lot of feet stuff. Feet helps us with nervous system regulation. Your feet are directly connected to your head, your ears. In fact, all the fascial tissues meet at your ears. So we'll just float back and forth, just picturing those waves as your arms just float, taking your body's cue on how you want to move. And then we'll slowly come back to center. Let's flex our right toes. So you're pushing out actively through the heel. If it feels like your knee feels a little uncomfortable, you can always keep a block under it so it's micro bent, or even a rolled up towel. Floating right arm up, we're going to draw belly in and bring that right hand to our left knee. Left fingertips behind us, sit up tall. This is a great place to stay with your chest pointing in the direction of your knee. You want to go further, let your chest twist. So looking over the chest, further still, look behind you. So notice how your body wants to do. This is like a corkscrew twist. Think of your body just floating in the ocean and then you're wringing it out. So that salt water has cleansed and then you're wringing out the salt water like you put a sponge in the ocean and then you're wringing it out. One more inhale and exhale, come to center. My favorite in yoga is these passive forward folds. So you're unwinding all the way to your right leg. Float arms up like you're a piece of seaweed floating to the sky, and then float and let yourself very passively come towards that leg. Palms up, no grabbing, just hanging out here. You might want to back off, maybe melting down. There's no end goal here. It's just an idea of forward folding. Again, fantastic for your nervous system and your digestion. And then let's slowly come back to center. We're going to bend right knee, lean back, and then gently extend left leg out. Tuck in the right. Come up and over, very gentle, mild side bend. It's okay if you're way up here, but we're not coming low. And then come back and forth with your arms floating, pointing the toes if you wish. Imagining the waves. So you're using the cue of your own body's breathing. Just like every ocean, every day, the conditions are different. So we're in a nice chill flow here, back and forth. Just float those arms. Let your breath guide you. And then come to center. Flex those toes. Actively push out through that heel. Again, if you want any support under the knee, you can. Float left arm up. Keeping the toes flexed, draw belly in, and bring that left hand to your right knee. Great place to stay. Just point the chest this way. This is already a twist. Draw belly in, maybe use that hand and come a little further. So halfway there, chest is a little deeper. And further still, using your right fingertips on the ground, you can come all the way back. But head stays over the heart. Breathe in and out. And think of that sponge that's filled up with seawater. You've cleansed the body and you're wringing it out. I release. I relax. I recharge. Inhale again. And exhale to unwind. Let's bring our float arms up. Like that seaweed stretching up to the top of the ocean, then come down, forward fold over that leg. Now you might want to be a little farther on one side than the other, totally normal. but palms are up. It's a really surrendering passive forward fold. It's okay if you're way up here. It doesn't mean you're not flexible. You're just hanging out where it feels good for you right now in this very passive forward fold. Head is heavy. And then we'll slowly come up. From here, bend that knee. We're going to bring both knees out and then extend legs straight in front of you. You don't need to have them together. You can have them feet as far apart as feels comfortable. You might want to tuck under a blanket. Inhale for your arms to come up. And exhale, very passive forward fold. So you can see from the side, I'm not coming down very far. I'm not pulling my feet. I'm just hanging out in a very passive, restorative forward fold. There's no rush. Just like when you're on those beach days that you don't have to rush to go anywhere. Same with this class. It's just the goal is to relax, restore the body, and recharge. Breath in and out. Our mantra, I release. I recharge. And then slowly come back up. Bend one knee at a time. Roll onto all fours. Take your time to get there. Now we're going to fold over our towel twice with our knees below the hips and hands come below shoulders. Now if your wrists are tired, you can have your pillow to support your hands. You can have open palms on a pillow or wrists or a fist. That can help with sore wrists. From here, we're going to bend the elbows, curl tailbone, and slowly look forward, keeping your neck nice and long. As you exhale, push into the mat. Imagine you have that sand beneath your hands, chin to chest. And as you inhale, you're looking out into the horizon. And when the waves come in from your ocean, they're cleansing the hands. The waves are going all the way back to your knees and toes. Nice warm ocean. Inhaling and exhaling on your own time. Cat and cow. Full breath in with your cow. Full exhale out with your cat. Really nice arch of the spine. Beautiful. Chin to chest. Think of just dancing out the spine. No tension in the mouth or the cheeks. Full breath in. And a full breath out. We're going to just pause here. Walk your hands a little forward, and I want you to really focus on your tailbone, like you had a tail. And then just kind of do some circles with that tailbone. So it's kind of like a bit of butt dancing here, yeah. So your tailbone is leading the way, as if you're drawing circles with the tail on the wall. So just really mindful and gentle here. Your tailbone leads the way. Elbows can bend. Head is really heavy. And then switch directions with your tailbone. Only if this feels okay. Slowly come to stop. Look forward. Maybe your hands come a little more towards you under the shoulders, but they don't have to be quite under. We're going to make sure that our index fingers are parallel with each other. Curl toes under. Take an inhale. Draw your belly in, your lower belly in and up, and then lift your knees off the mat. Downward facing dog. Hips to sky. Feet are hip width apart, but our heels are really lifted. We're going to bend our knees and then stretch one heel back at a time. Really stretching the back of the calves, back of the Achilles. And you're going to let your head hang. So head is heavy. Anytime this is too much for you on your beach yoga setting, your imaginary ocean there, just come to more cat and cows. Paddle those legs. We'll come back to all fours. we're going to look forward and grab our blocks first on the highest height. So if you have books you're using, you want to have them nice and high. From here, reach back to the back of your right thigh, step right thigh forward, rolling into a lunge here with your right knee above your ankle. We're going to right away grab our blocks and see if we can plant down here, curl toes under, and then just lift your back knee up. So it's a nice low lunge. Back knee can be bent, gaze is down, and I want you to energetically reach from the crown of your head out through the back heel. You're a nice surfer here. Now lower your back knee down, knees back above the ankle, and float arms up. A nice crescent lunge. Reaching up, that ocean's out in front of you. Big breath in. Exhale, sweep arms back, a nice slow motion circle. You can bend your elbows. Look forward. Imagine you're looking to a horizon. Exhale, roll them back. And again. One more time. And then take your hands forward onto those blocks. Bring your blocks either side of that front knee, and then scooch your toes forward, slide the toes back, and a little bow down. So imagine that right hip's moving back in space. Your back left hip is above the knee. It's okay. Don't judge yourself if your hamstrings are still tight. Another breath. Look at your big right toe. Now slide right heel back, bend the knee, blocks either side again. All right, that low lunge again. This is fantastic for strength. So curl toes under, lift the back knee, plant down the hands and look down. And then we're going to keep our hand on that left block and just twist inwards, belly towards the inner right thigh. Now you can lower your back knee if you need to. Bring your hand back down. Now all of us will lower the back knee. Very good. Blocks off to the side. Hands on the inside of that right foot, and you're with loving gaze. Watch your foot scooch all the way back to all fours. Perfect. Hands below shoulders. You can do cat and cows to reset, or index fingers parallel, curled toes. Draw belly in and up as you send your hips to the sky. Heels lifted. Downward dog. And notice, are you hunching your shoulders to your ears? Can you relax your shoulders down and away from the ears? Broaden the shoulders, broaden the back. And we'll come back down to all fours. Grab the back of that left thigh with your hand and step left foot forward. Again, those blocks on either side in the highest height. Curl toes under, or your stack of books. Draw belly in. Lift your back knee up. Lift your back knee. Yep, I said it right. Front knees over your ankle. Now gaze at your big toe. Neck is long. Gaze is down. Reach your crown energetically forward as the heel energetically reaches back. You don't need to do it. Just think of energy. Energy is coming out the front of your head, and energy is coming out the back. And that energy is a recharged energy. Think of a battery that's starting to get filled up with ocean vibes. Lower the back knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up, crescent lunge. Reach for the sky, draw belly in. We're not dumping down, we're staying tall and stable, and then sweep arms forward. Really slow motion circles. And again. And again. So really slow, and you can bend the elbows to make this mobility work for you. Inhale, arms up. Hands to the blocks. Now slide those blocks either side of that front left knee this time. Scooch toes forward, and then draw the toes back, draw belly in, and bow forward. Any amount. We want to always keep our knees micro bent. Breath in and out. Relax your head and shoulders and jaw. Eyes are softened. Now gaze comes up to your big left toe. Looking at the toe, slide the heel back. Plant the foot down. And bring your blocks forward again. Curl toes under and lift your back knee up. Draw belly in and see if you can twist that belly into the inner left thigh. You can lower the knee, no problem. Arm can float up or stay on your hip. Beautiful. And now lower down. Back hand comes down. We're going to get rid of these blocks and hands on the inside of the left foot. You can be on fingertips too. Now look with loving eyes to your left foot and watch it scooch back. From here, we're going to curl our toes, sit back on our heels. Great for plantar fasciitis, by the way. Get rid of blanket. We're going to slide onto our bellies like we're just wanting to be like a lizard on the sand, warm sand. And slide our hands beside the heart. Find the tops of your feet and imagine you're digging all 10 toenails into the sand as you push into the tops of your feet. Lift the kneecaps gently. Push into the top of the hands to lift yourself gently up. Not so much. Rib cage is still down, just the chest lifts. Gaze down at the floor. And now look forward, but keeping your neck long. Keep breathing normally. This is your baby cobra. Perfect form, everyone. Well done. And now lower down. Forehead to the mat. Let your knees relax. Everything relaxes. You can do that beautiful cobra again. Looking into that nice wave sitting. And the waves just wash over the top of your head. Cleanse the back of your body. All the way down to your toes. Now push into the tops of feet. Lift the kneecaps. Push into the hands. Peel yourself up. Gaze is down first, and then you can look up, but keep your neck long. You can push a little more into your hands, coming a little higher. And release. Curl toes under here. Push up with your hands, and then bring your knees so that they're shoulder width apart. Your big toes touch behind you. You sit back slowly and reach your hands forward. And you can imagine your fingers gripping into that sand, nice and silky sand, or perhaps you want to stack your fists below your forehead. That's more comfortable. Or maybe your body needs to lift your hips above your knees, elbows wide, hands stacked. So just think of a child's pose to release the low back and what your body needs right now. Imagine you are this beautiful shell, and you've got that round back of a shell. Picture the color of shell you are. It can be anything you want. But inside that shell is the most precious thing. And it's so precious because it's unique and there's only been one of it. And that precious pearl at the center of your being is your heart. And we're protecting that beautiful heart, but also letting it shine, letting the gifts shine that you have to share. And you breathe deeply through your nose and you fill up that heart and you recharge it. Exhale through the mouth, big exhale to release. I release, I recharge. Again, inhale in. Exhale out. And again. And slowly lift your head up. Nice and slow. I did promise a palm tree pose, so we'll do a very gentle tree. So you're going to slowly come out of child's pose, coming to all fours. From here, hands below shoulders, knees below hips, curl toes under. And then send your hips up, nice and slow, downward facing dog. Think of this as very slow, gentle movements. Nothing's quick on this beach. And we'll bend our knees, look forward, and tiptoe until we're at a forward fold. Now your chest and thighs should come towards each other, so grab opposite elbows and just hang here. If they don't come together, just bend the knees until they do.
And really let that head dangle. Then bring your hands to your low back. Elbows point straight up to the sky, and inhale, begin to rise until your head is above the heart. We're going to float hands up to the sky and reach up. Reach, reach, reach. Fingertips, and release the hands. Nice palm tree pose, and then come back down. So your favorite palm tree. So find your feet in mountain pose at the top of your yoga mat. We'll begin to shrug our shoulders up and back a few times. We pause here, we lift all 10 toes up and we spread the toes, really grounding yourself in the space with your bare feet. Plant them down. You can do this class on a beach too, even better, on vacation or wherever you live. You're going to bring your hands to your hips and look down at the ground and a few feet in front of you. Shift your weight into your left standing leg and your right foot comes below the knee. This is your first little palm tree. A great place to stay. If you want to come into a different palm tree, just different, not better, different, draw belly in and bring your foot above the knee and hands come to heart center, shoulders back. And if you want to grow your palm tree branches, you reach, trace up your center and open up, keeping your focus. It's okay if you come out, gently come back in. And then we'll bring our hands together back to the heart in slow motion and gently slide that foot back down. Shake out the hands, shake out the legs. Back to mountain pose with feet hip width apart. Shrug your shoulders up and back a few times. Now open the palms and lift all 10 toes. Spread the toes and plant them back down. Now look in front of you, hands to hips, and with your focal point, shift your weight in your right standing leg with your left foot. Left foot is going to come below the knee. Draw belly in. Now that might be a great place for this side, or maybe you're coming above the knee joint. Your choice. Hands can stay at hips if that helps, or hands to heart center, shoulders back. But start to engage that core. Keep the core belly button to spine action going in. With focus, maybe even smiling, trace up your midline and open your palm tree branches out. This beautiful palm tree is planted down. Do you feel how grounded your feet are? It's from all that action of energetically reaching out through the heel. Beautiful. Reaching tall to that blue sky and then hands to heart center. Nice and slow motion. With hands to hips, you're going to float that knee up and down. Shake the hands, shake the leg. Beautiful. Let's saunter up to the top of our yoga mats again. If you were anywhere else, find your mountain pose. Shrug your shoulders up and back. Open the palms. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Palms touch. And now you're going to bow down to that ocean. Forward fold. Inhale, hands above the knees, flat back, elbows come in. Reach your crown and now bend your knees a lot to plant your hands down. Step back 1 foot at a time, downward dog, lifting hips up and back. From here, we're going to come to our knees. We're going to look around us. Where are our pillows? And bring them around towards you. Perfect. We're going to do a nice little pigeon pose here, but think of this as a lovely, what's on your beach? Maybe more like a seagull taking a nap. So that back right knee is going to slide between our hands, and we'll slide our back left knee back. Now, you're going to be at the top of that back foot, and you can kind of slide side to side. Maybe fold a blanket under. Maybe there's a pillow you want to come down on. We're not going to hold long. Big breath in, big breath out. And if you can, I want you to come to your fingertips, push and lift up. So if this doesn't feel good for your body, you can always come on the hip, swing your back leg around and do reverse a swan. So let that knee come up and bend the knee. you can always do that. So you do the version swan or beach pigeon. And then from here, we're going to slowly plant our hands back down. Slide your right knee back. Both knees are back there now. Then slide left knee forward and right knee back. So coming into your beach pigeon on the left side. So rock first side to side until you find a place that's comfortable. Your foot underneath you should be flexed or pointed. Keep that knee safe. And then you have some beach dogs behind you that you might hear. And you're not going to let them frighten your beach pigeon away because your pigeon is nice and zen. So you're just relaxing here. You can come to the fingertips. And those of you that this is just not working, you're going to plant down to that left glute, float right leg forward, cross the ankle above that knee, and bend here or keep your legs straight. So a little different, same muscles we're targeting. Let's stay in that lifted beach pigeon. And now all of us, now push into your fingertips, lift tall, keeping your neck nice and long. Plant hands down, a little bow, chin down, and then slide your knee back. Beautiful. From here, we're going to walk our hands back, sit on our feet, coming to one side, extend your legs out. Scooch down your mat. Now look all around you for your blanket. Untuck it. Look for your pillow on the side. Pillow can be on the right or the left. Actually, let's put it on the left. And then you're going to slide to your right hip and just imagine your body is like you went for that ocean swim and now you're going to roll into your back and just suntan on the beach with the waves all around you. From here, you bring your knees towards your chest, arms out to a T at the height of your shoulders, palms to the sky. And from here, let's bring our feet down to the mat. Push into the feet just to lift the hips up to the sky, little hip flexor opener. And then slide your left hip towards center and let your knees fall to the left. So that's where our pillow was that time. You might feel that with the pillow there, it's not as comfortable. So you can put the pillow between the knees if you don't like it. And now we're going to look in the same direction as our knees. Or lift the head and look in the opposite for a nice short twist. But let the shoulders release. And you're just suntanning here on that warm beach. You've done this, drawn in the energy of flow, of cleansing, of recharging and releasing. And now you just let your body let go. This is a very good pose for your vagus nerve. It's a wandering nerve in the body and it helps your nervous system. Begin to relax the muscles of your face. Soften the mouth. Relax the eyes. And then inhale. Exhale out. Inhale to lift your gaze back to center. If you looked either side, we'll bring our knees back one at a time. And just like you did before, you're going to push into your feet, lift your hips up, and slide your hips slightly to the left because your right hip's going to come towards the center. Let your knees fall to the right. Again, you have that pillow you can tuck between the knees on the right, underneath, or you don't need it. It's your choice. It's always there. I love pillows. And then you can let your head look in the same or opposite direction to your knees. Or straight to the sky. Relax your right shoulder and then soften your left. Soften the throat and collarbones, letting your eyes sink into the sockets. Big breath in and out. Another time in. Full breath out. And then inhale your head back to center. One knee at a time. Let's come back to center. You're going to grab your pillow, reach for it, draw it up, and then bring your knees towards the chest as you tuck that pillow behind the legs. If you have a blanket, you can throw it over your body. As you stretch your legs out, straighten them. We're going to reach the back of our mat where our blanket is and listen to all the beach dogs bark. We're going to take the towel and squeeze your neck. So give it a nice squeeze and then release. Then the top edges of your blanket roll in the sides until you have this nest around the head. And now let your hands come to the side. We're going to draw the right shoulder blade under, almost like you're tucking it back, and then your left. So right and left, palms open, chin slightly down. And then if you have an eye pillow, you can put it over your eyes. Cover yourself in blankets if your body has cooled down. You just want to keep yourself nice and toasty here. Just like you're on that beach and you have nice warm breeze over the body. And begin to release your feet. Soften the knees. Relaxing your hips. Relax the hands and wrists. Shoulders are heavy. Eyes are heavy in the sockets. Relax your tongue and your mouth. Soften the lips. I release. I recharge. You're on your beach, nice and warm. And the sound of the waves are shushing you to sleep and to rest. Just imagine them coming in and washing away any last thing you need to release at this moment. And if you're laying here on your beach listening to the waves, and your body really needs to rest, I encourage you to take a nice deep breath in, hold the breath, and let go. Holding here for another 2 minutes together. I'm still here with you. I'm just quiet. Let your body relax completely. When you feel ready, and if you're very zen on your beach, you can stay here as long as you need. But if you are okay to come back, take a deep breath in through the nose and feel the breath in the whole body. Full breath out. Inhale again. Full breath out. And final time in. Filling up full as you can. Full breath out. Wiggle fingers and toes. Open and close your hands. Just like someone's come over and you've had a beach nap and you're now just slowly beginning to waken up the hands and feet. Then bend one knee at a time. You can place your feet on your pillow and you're going to roll to your right or left side. There you go. Over to the side. Pausing here. Remembering that perfect, precious pearl that you have in your gorgeous shell, that we protect our hearts, but we share our gifts and we share our hearts with people who are safe. We plant our hand down, inhale, and exhale, push into the hand, coming up to sit. Into your beautiful beach out in front of you. If you want, you can sit back up on your pillow to lift the hips. You can even have a big blanket over you. We're going to open our palms up and we're going to reach out to that ocean energy of recharging the body and draw it in as we exhale. One more time like that. Inhale to reach out. Recharging energy of that ocean. Exhale, bring it to the heart. A light in me bows to light in you. Namaste.